Campaign 2016 segment tonight, we asked Fox News contributor Frank Luntz to do a focus group last night during the debate. Luntz polled 27 undecided voters in Philadelphia. He joins us now from Los Angeles. So we've got 4 clips. The first one in Hillary Clinton's worst moment. Roll the tape.
Well, I hope the fact checkers are turning up the volume and really working hard. Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
He actually advocated for the actions we took in Libya and urged that Gaddafi be taken out.
So why was that the worst moment?
More often than not, her criticisms were well received because Donald Trump handled them so badly. But in that case, when she said, hey, let's get the fact checkers involved, they thought that was an ad hominem attack, that she was challenging him without his being able to respond. You could hear him saying wrong several times in the background. And voters just thought that that was an unnecessary political approach, and they thought that she deserved better.
All right. Is it possible that no one cares about whether Donald Trump thought the Iraq war, the run-up, I don't care. I mean, I don't know why anybody would care at this juncture in history. Why? So what?
You're correct, and that's because we want to know what they're going to do in the future.
I mean,
not what they've done in the past, and not what they thought in the past.
I can report this. I know Trump. Trump didn't like that war. He didn't like it. And so I can tell you that's firsthand experience. All right, here is Trump's worst moment. Go.
Well, you just opened the next segment.
Well, look, could I just finish? I think I should.
I'm going to give you a
go to her
chance right
website,
here. With the
and you take a look at her website.
We're talking about racial healing in this segment. What do you say to Americans?
Well, it was very. I say nothing. I say nothing because I was able to get him to produce it. He should have produced it a long time before.
You had supported the war in Iraq before the invasion. What makes your judgment?
I did not support the war in Iraq.
2002.
That is a mainstream media nonsense put out by her.
All right, now why did Trump supporters not like that answer? Because he's defending himself.
It's that he's talking over Lester Holt.
Oh,
the fact is, Bill,
they don't want him to talk over Lester Holt.
You don't. This is the cardinal rule of debates. There are 2 rules. Number 1, do not trip when you arrive. And number 2, do not talk over the moderator.
Wow.
And Trump did it 3 times, and every time he did it, you could hear exasperation among the participants because they just found Trump rude. Someone needs to explain to him in debate prep, don't do this.
Okay, I think he'll probably hear about this tonight. Now, here is Hillary Clinton's best moment. Roll.
Donald has consistently insulted Muslims abroad, Muslims at home, when we need to be cooperating with Muslim nations and with the American Muslim community. They're on the front lines. They can provide information to us that we might not get anywhere else. They need to have close working cooperation with law enforcement in these communities, not be alienated and pushed away, as some of Donald's rhetoric, unfortunately, has led to.
All right, so that's common sense. And by the way, they're all undecided, but some lean to Hillary and some lean to Trump, and that's why you have the different color lines. So that's basically a common sense play.
But it's more than that. She's talking about working together at a time when Trump is, quite frankly, being very explicit about what his position is on Muslim Americans. And I want to point out, Bill, we've added that yellow line, that truly hardcore undecided, so that viewers can see what those slightly Trump, slightly Clinton, and undecided feel. That was the one moment when all 3 lines were over a 70. That's why that was the highest moment of the debate for her.
All right, and for Donald Trump, here's the highest moment. Go.
We buy products for our military, and they come in at costs that are so far above what they were supposed to be because we don't have people that know what they're doing. When we look at the budget is bad to a large extent because we have people that have no idea as to what to do and how to buy. The Trump International is way under budget and way ahead of schedule, and we should be able to do that for our country.
All right, he's talking about his hotel in Washington, D.C. Okay, so fiscal responsibility, Americans want that. Is that what that was all about?
It's even deeper. The number 1 issue isn't tax cuts, Bill. It's ending wasteful Washington spending. And what Trump is saying is that his businesses could do it. Apply those principles to Washington, D.C., and Americans would save billions, if not trillions of dollars if they would simply spend wisely, efficiently, and effectively.
Okay, so that's
Donald
the attractive
Trump needs
message.
to understand. If Trump focuses on ending wasteful spending, on creating a forensic audit of the federal government, I promise you, Bill, he would win this debate.
Wow.
I don't understand why he doesn't do it. That's what the American people want, and she can never promise it. She can't do it.
Finally, of the 27 people who watched the debate, did you canvass them about, did they change their minds? What was their overall impression?
Yes, we had 60 people who thought that Hillary won, 6 people who thought that Trump won, and 5 said that it was a tie. Overall, they were disappointed. A few people moved towards Hillary. A few people changed their votes. But they're going to watch the second and third debates. We're still going to get these 70, 75 million people paying attention. Bill, it's a very small segment that's going to determine the winner of the next election, and they still are open to being convinced.
All right, Frank, we appreciate it, and we're going to have Frank back. Both the debates upcoming, he'll do the same thing now that we understand it.